Hello everyone, this is the latest update on my project, and what I'm showing you is the Vive tracker, and what you're looking at right there are the pogo pens. A lot of people don't know what they are, what they can do, but they actually can send a digital input into any game, Unreal or Unity, and it can take these signals, and usually it's used for maybe a gun or something like that. If you want to play with a interface like that. Not a lot has been done with it, but here what we're doing is kind of hacking it and using bare paint to kind of send signals when you touch a form. So we're really excited about this. We've actually even made our own kind of a PCB card to work with Arduino, and so you can see we're actually being able to touch a wire and then send a signal through the tracker. uh, there is a little bit of a latency. We're still kind of testing it out. You can see here David is touching the wire, and we've got on the PCB card a LED that lights up, so we know that it's actually working. So this will help out with the puppeteer in the future. So you can see it send a signal to Unreal Game Engine, and you can see the stack here. This is our PCB card that we had sent off to China, and then it's stacked on top of a knockoff Arduino. So I did want to show you kind of my processes or process and coming up with textures and color for the forms. This is not my strength. My strength is kind of meditating and sketching out raw forms. I can see a lot of movements, but I don't remember what the colors were or textures and so forth. So this is almost like a post process, and I kind of go almost for a week, typically Pinterest, and looking at all kinds of things from fashion to microbiology to shoe design, industrial design, you name it. Whatever gets me excited usually goes down a wormhole, and I start looking at all kinds of things. I'm really interested in fashion. I love fashion designers and the way they explore color. And so that gives me kind of a launching point to really attack this. And I really want to go for bold colors, but I usually end up with muted, boring colors because that's just not my cup of tea. So I'm also interested in barnacles and rust and so forth, how to age these things, also textures, even from procedural textures and so forth. So this is my starting point when I get into Substance Painter, which as you can see from these images, you can see how I've taken the Maya model and properly UV mapped them, get them ready and prepped for Substance Painter. And that process goes through ZBrush to baking out a heavy mesh and then baking that into Substance Painter to give it some really nice roundness to it. So this is one of the forms, the first forms that's going to be puppeteered. And you can see multiple pieces all bonded together. And this is some procedural ideas in ZBrush to texture that form. So multiple things are happening in this scene. First, you saw that one form that was 3D printed, and then also this kind of sonic boom forms that you can kind of see that I'm whipping through here, through sketches to models to even texture design and ideas for this. Really going through this quickly, so you guys have already seen this probably before, but just again showcasing ideas of fluid, smoke, particle systems, kind of color schemes based from fashion to barnacles and so forth. So I'm really excited about pushing this further with the sonic arm, and through this 48 hours I was able to CNC kind of the base of the boom arm there, and then also 3D model the form. So also did some looking at different particle systems. You just saw me kind of zoom in and out. These are particle systems that are used in kind of gaming. systems. Not a lot of creativity in them, some of them. Some of them are really cool and dynamic. So those are kind of the ideas of where to get some really cool particle systems coming out of this boom arm. So this boom arm that you see is going to have a speaker embedded in it. Also, there's going to be a nozzle where it's pumping out scent. And so you can see these two valves right here. This is one valve on each side. This valve either will be the intake for the wires or the electricity for the speaker that's embedded inside that tube that you see right there. This is a little bit of what it's going to look like in Substance Painter right now. You can see emissive lighting is happening. A lot of transparency is also happening. So it's going to be kind of engaging, a little bit of texture that you'll be able to reach out and touch. And this time I really want to work with texture when you're touching this. So for the UC Winroad and the VR Next, I'm really interested in showcasing the vast textures that come with this form. So there's about 5 or 6 individual forms here on this one object. And you can see I'm just going through each one and showcasing you basically the diffuse map, normal map, roughness map, emissive lighting map. Typically, each of these forms have about 5 or 6 different texture maps on it. So I'm just going through every single one of them. It's about 38 megabytes worth of textures, including the mesh that goes with it. So when we're baking this all out, like the normal maps, it's baking in a very heavy 6 or 7 gigabyte smooth map onto it. So I'm really interested in what this is going to look like and pushing the idea of Unreal. And so Unreal has Niagara particle systems. We're also looking at baked out particle systems from Houdini, the Houdini to Unreal pipeline. So trying to really push it graphically. This is all real time. So over the past 48 hours, what I was trying to do is just trying to make a mock-up, the final mock-up, and I'm trying to make 6 of these. This is actually going to be shipped to New Zealand to be part of Ars Electronica. So I really pushed a couple team members to print out these forms. Did this all in 48 hours by Jesse. Did a great job. I did a little bit of miscalculations on the speaker here, but this is supposed to go into the bracket there, screw in, and then wire it all up. But you can see the results are looking pretty cool. The bottom nozzles are not 3D printed yet. That'll be the last little item to put it on there. But the cool thing is you can see how the smoke or the scent will come out of that front end of that arm. So here you can hear this testing with the amp and the speaker, some sound that Tom Judson put together really quickly. He will be doing the sound design for these interactive boom arms. Long term, these boom arms will be animated. It'll be kind of like on a rowing oar where they'll kind of go up and down. And so you'll actually see this in VR space with all these beautiful particle systems and be able to reach out and touch it. And you can see that really trying to do intricate textures with everything. So it's half baked. About 4 or 5 weeks we'll have a working model. Really cool thing I'm excited about is VR Next. We weren't able to get the textures in there, but I'm actually really excited to see how this model is looking within the scene. I have way too many textures, so it's going to take a while to figure that out. So I think the 48 hours was not enough time, but I'm also really excited.
So what I've done is I modified the structure of our model so you could have alternatives for the materials. So for example, if we go, let's change the corner, for example, have 2 sets of material for the corner. So here you can add 1. They are numbered from 1 to how many you have. And you can change basically almost all the properties in there. So let's say I want, in this case, no texture, just red corners in this one. And why not a second one? Again, no texture and some other color, and maybe more shiny. um, okay, so the one you select here will be the one activated on the screen. Or should be maybe not, yeah, these corners. Okay. And you could do that for every part of the model. So let's, I think I did that for this one too. Here I will select this one. Okay. So the idea is could be good for VR experience when you want to change the aspect or the appearance of the model, but we think that we know it's also good if you want to show someone 2 options or 3 options for the design of a building, a house, or anything in the landscape to switch between options.